Welcome back to the Voices of Women Summit, where in honor of International Women's Day 2026, we are raising the voices of hundreds of women so their messages can be heard. Your host for this session is Kimberly Crow. Kimberly is the founder of Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel and the creator of the Voices of Women Summit. She's got another amazing guest coming right up. Take it away, Kimberly. Hey folks, welcome back. We are here on one track. We're all together again. Isn't this fun? We are not even, I don't even think we're halfway through. We might be almost halfway through by now. It's going to be an amazing rest of the day, but you are in luck because we have Orly Amour. She is absolutely fantastic at what she does. She's got a great heart. Welcome to the program, Orly.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here on this amazing, what is it that we're trying to break a record? I hope we do. Being a part of history would be amazing right now.
Isn't that awesome? Awesome. Yes, we are going for a world record of the most women speaking live at a virtual event in a single day. So fingers crossed, we will make it. If we dot all our I's and cross all our T's, we should make it. Orly is going to be talking about monetizing your message through public speaking, but you also have a really special announcement because you have a foundation that we want to highlight as well. Every year at Voices of Women, we pick a charity of choice to highlight to our audience. And we would love for you all to take a look at it. And if it's on your heart to contribute to it, we would love for you to donate. I know that Orly's heart is definitely in the right place on this one. It is a passion of hers. So she'll share a little bit about that. Before we do anything, do you want to share anything about your story or do you just want to take it away?
I'll share my story during the presentation so that everybody can understand where I'm coming from.
Awesome. All right. Well, take it away. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Let me just share my screen. It's ready to rock and roll. We're professional at this, right? All right. I just snorted. It's really horrible. I just realized what just happened. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for having me. Thank you to the team that's putting this together. And I know nobody can do this alone. It's just amazing. And for all of you to making this actually a reality for Kimberly to reach her goal and making history today. So I'm really glad to be a part of it. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how is it to monetize your message. See, I believe that wherever you've been through, whatever you're going through, everything that you have done in your whole life is where you paid for it. You paid for it with money, education, time, blood, sweat, tears, aggravations, ups and downs, experiences, and no one can take that away from you. And so you need to get paid to speak. So I'm going to share with you just a couple of things about this industry. We're going to go fast and furious because I want to be able to have a conversation with Kimberly at the end. If you have any questions, we'd love to see those questions in the chat. Is it okay with you guys that I have no filter between my brain and my mouth? And is it okay with you that I share the absolute truth and nothing but the truth? So help me God about this industry and how paid to speak is still a very big deal. And I'm glad to be here. So is it okay with you? Put a 1 or a thumbs up for me so I can see it on the screen. That would be great. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. So let me tell you a little bit about this industry and why I know what I know. I wrote a book in 2019, exactly in December of 2019, we published this book. Public speakers, you're not all that. 12 reasons why event planners won't hire you. I interviewed over 3,400 event planners that actually pay speakers for this book. It took me 4.5 years out of my own time and my own dime to do it because I wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth. I wanted to stop hearing that I need so many things in order to make it as a speaker, which was all untrue. They help, but they're not true that you absolutely need them in order to get paid as a speaker. And so I wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth, and I did. And what I learned was really amazing. So I'm going to share that with you right now. By the way, Kimberly, we're going to give them that book for free. They just have to maybe tell us that we're going to put it in the VIP. We're going to add another gift to the VIP. Why don't you guys definitely get your VIP? Because not only does it help to pay for everybody that was involved in this, not me, but definitely the team. You understand there's a lot of work that goes into this. So please appreciate your event planners. These days, they're so unappreciated. Anyway, not here. I know. When I was starting out in 2010, I told my business coach, and by the way, do not hire a coach that doesn't have a coach. And I know Kimberly's laughing even without seeing her right now. But when I started in 2010, I said to my business coach that I would like to impact the lives of 200 million people by 2025. And in my head was two questions of how I'm going to do it. Because I'm sure you're asking yourself, well, how are you going to do it? Well, here's the thing. I go by two mantras. One is by Les Brown, the how is not your business. And one is by Sir Richard Branson, when an opportunity knocks, say yes, figure it out later. So a couple of months later, I was in Arlington, Texas, where I was after a 7-country tour speaking. So I was exhausted. And I was standing in the break room for speakers. And as I was talking to a couple of people, 3 guys came over to me and said, aren't you Orly Amore? I said, yeah, do I know you? Sorry, don't remember. And they said, oh no, we've never met before, but we've seen you on the circuit. I said, okay, phew. And here we are talking, just schmoozing, talking, shop talk. And then one of them says to me, listen, I'm just curious. How did you get this gig? I said, I don't know. I called, I told them what I speak about. They paid me and I'm here. They all looked at me like if I have 3 heads. You got paid? And I said, oh no, you guys didn't? They said, no, we got our expenses paid, but we didn't get paid. I said, oh no, I got paid and I got my expenses paid. And they said, well, we want to know how you did that. And I said, you guys get my personality now? So I said, well, if I tell you, I'm going to have to charge you. And just before I could say, just kidding, they said, okay, name your price. And I said, what? Anyway, it was time to go back inside. I went back inside and I went to the event planner because I thought I screwed up. So I went to her and I said, listen, I think I just screwed up in the break room for speakers. I talked to these 3 guys. I told them that I was paid to speak and they didn't. She said, you're the only one who got paid. I said, really? Why? She said, because you're the only one who asked. Oh, shocker. You need to ask to get paid. Yeah. Just simple, right? Ask for anything, but just get paid, okay? So let me continue on this journey with you guys. Here's some industry facts for my fact-checking people here, right? There are 64,000 events a day in America alone, Canada and the United States, that pay speakers. Yet most speakers and coaches are making less than $70,000 a year. Yeah, you heard it here first. If you didn't hear it before. In 98% of speaker sheets are done wrong. Not that they don't have the right information. They're not done in the right way, which is usually a scientific way. And for those of you who don't know this, there is a science to a speaker sheet. It's not a one sheet. It's not a media sheet. And a one sheet is actually just a lazy way of saying, well, I don't have a media and a speaker sheet, so I just combined them and I made it a one sheet. Wrong mentality. All right. 80% of speaking opportunities or speakers also quit on the 3rd try. Oh my God. But 80% of the events that book you between the 7th and the 12th try. How many of you would have quit after number 3? I tell you what, everybody thinks that the event planners are ghosting them, but they're not. Just think about it this way. They did a survey on the most stressful jobs in America, Canada and the United States, 100 most stressful jobs. Number 1 was military jet fighter plane pilot. Number 2 was air traffic controller. Number 5 is still today event planner coordinator. Do you really think they have time to get back to you right away? Do you really think they have time while they have so many events to put together? You need to be patient and you need to continue doing what you need to do on a regular basis. Consistency is key. And it is a numbers game. Let's not kid each other. It's a numbers game. But I need you to really write this down. Some events happen once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year, and 4 times a year. But there's some events that happen every 2 years, every 3 years, every 4 years. Or a few months ago, I found out that there's one event that happens every 6 years. I don't know how they do it. I don't even know how they calculate it. But okay, we'll go with that. But it's good to know, isn't it? But here's the worst part of this industry. 48% of speakers never respond to event planners. And the reason they don't respond is exactly the first thing I say in my book, is that event planners think that speakers don't know what they're doing because they don't have it together. Sorry, I'm not going to say any bad words, but I am going to say they don't have it together. That's what the event planners are thinking about you. And some of them are now millennials. They really don't care that you have a book, a best-selling book, and a podcast, and a whatever, and that you've been on Fox News and whatever. They don't care about that. They could care less where you've been and what you've done. You know what they care about? Be on time, finish on time. I'm sure Kimberly will appreciate the fact that I'll finish on time, right? Why? Because there's other people that need to speak, and that's a very, very important thing. You can screw up their whole calendar, their whole agenda. Well, me, she's just going to shut me out. No problem. Okay. Here's some really, really cool facts. Are you guys learning something? Do I have a thumbs up anywhere? Like, this is really cool, right? Oh my God, I love giving this information. We are 1 million speakers short in the world right now. We are 1 million speakers, and we are also 1 million coaches short in the world right now. Would you like to know that? And here's the biggest kicker. This year alone, $118.9 billion will be spent on speakers alone in the whole world. Amazing. Isn't it amazing? I mean, who wants a piece of that pie? I know I want a piece of that pie. I don't know about you, but I definitely am getting a piece of that pie. All right? So make sure that you get out there and that you speak. Here's the thing about getting paid while staying relevant and ready. That's very important. It's basically education over promotion. If you don't like to sell from stage, some people are very good at it. I am not. I get paid before I get on stage, okay? So education over promotion, clear separation between sales and stage time. Sometimes you just want to be there to give good information. Make sense? You have a pre-approved messaging. They already know what you're going to talk about. So you don't need to express that your topic is really important. By the way, we don't say the word niche or genre or signature talk anymore. We say genre. We say category because there's multiple categories you can speak on, even with your one talk. That's the thing, okay? Thought leadership, higher speaker fees. When you come up confident, you can charge the price. But if you're not confident, charge whatever right now and get in the door. That's really important. They are looking for you. And by the way, you know what's missing in the industry? I love this event because what's missing in the industry right now is women speakers. They're craving for women speakers. And I know what you guys are thinking. Yeah, but I see a lot of women speak everywhere. Yeah, we're only counting the ones who get paid. We don't count the ones who don't get paid. And there's brokerage firms who actually calculate this. This is amazing. And the last thing is that you have authority without any liability. You don't need to be a lawyer. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to have any kind of licensing to be a good speaker. Isn't that cool? I don't know. I'm in love with this industry. I can tell you that. I'm sure you can tell. Or maybe my energy is not enough. I'll bring it up a notch. All right. So here's what happened. This was all amazing to me. I have been in this industry for a very, very long time. And a long time ago, I was also in property management. So when I started in my public speaking journey, I was in property management. And one day, one of my girlfriends said, "Hey, I need you to speak at this shelter that I'm volunteering at, and a women's shelter." And I said, "What do you want me to speak about? Property management?" She said, "No, silly. I want you to come and tell your story." And I said, "Well, I never told my story, so I don't want to do this." And she's like, "No, you have to." And I said, "No, I don't have to. I don't know about you guys, but if you have an annoying friend," she was my amazing friend, but also very annoying. She called me 3 weeks in a row. Every single day. "Orly, you're going to do it. Are you going to do it?" I said, finally, I said, "Liz, why do you want me to speak? Because there's other people that speak on this topic. Why do you want me?" She said, "Well, you have this bubbly personality. You're living a lifestyle that most people dream about. You're like a social butterfly. Come and give these women hope." I said, okay. And I finally did it. And then when I was there were about 170 people, give or take, okay? And after I got done speaking, there was not one dry eye in the place. And this one lady came up to me, and of course there were many that came up to me and hugged me and thanked me, but this one lady came up to me and she showed me a piece of paper and she said, "This is how I was going to kill myself this morning. In fact, I don't remember driving from my house to the shelter because you see here, it's not where I was going. But I heard you speak and I want to live. I just need you to show me how." My heart broke into a million pieces. I was crying. Everybody around us was crying. But that's when I realized, hold on a second. My story can help other people? Wow. Let me tell you my story. I was a beaten up child. I was molested 4 times before the age of 14. I was raped 3 times before the age of 22, twice gang raped, 9 months apart, left for dead. I was also married to a very abusive husband, both mentally and physically. And as a result of that, I had 4 abortions and I gained a morbid amount of weight. I was 428 pounds at my heaviest. I also got great education and so on afterwards. But I'll tell you this, I might have not been trafficked, but I do know what it's like not to have a voice. And since we are here at the Voices of Women, I created in 2021 an amazing organization called You Are My Light Foundation. You go to youaremylight.org and you will see everything about our foundation. Let me tell you why I'm in this, because when they rescue these kids, when they rescue them and when they take them, it's very young. They actually target girls girls and boys between the age of 10 and 14. And who knows what they do to them. And there's a lot of really darkness in this world, and there's a lot of evil in this world. And God bless us all never to encounter this kind of evil. But I want to speak for those who don't have a voice. I want to actually save them from their darkness. So, of course, until we build our first center, we need a lot of help. We need a lot of money and a lot of help to do so. I've been financing it for the past 4 years, but I'm never going to give up because I believe that we can do this. I believe that we can help those who can't help themselves. Sorry, I'm getting choked up, but that's my time. And I hope that you come and do 3 things. Either come and join us by becoming an advisory council or advisory board, or come and join us and give us open doors for us for people you think would be a good fit for our organization in a sense of contributing to our cause, or just come in as an advisory council and help us open other doors for these people to benefit from what we're doing. There you have it.
Arlie, this has been absolutely fantastic. Such an important cause, and your passion shines through so beautifully. We're going to put a link in the chat, or Orly, if you can drop the link, that would be great to be able
Sure.
to find out more about the You Are My Light Foundation. I know that you've been working on this for 4 years. You have been nonstop in bringing this to the attention of a variety of different rooms, and we really appreciate your passion around this organization. So if it's on your heart today to help out people that don't have a voice, that might not be able to help themselves, we would love for you to be able to contribute to Orly's foundation. So thank you very, very much for that. I appreciate you sharing your story. And I think it's really powerful when you say, like, I went through all this and I wasn't trafficked, but I know what it's like to not have a voice. And it's you just have you've survived so much for purpose for so many. And I think that's really, really incredible. So thank you very much for making sure that you bring attention to this with your voice and you raise that up. If people have questions, please
Yes.
let us
If
know in the
anybody has.
chat. I'm happy to help
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you get your questions answered.
Yes.
Laura Jane says, you are an amazing speaker with much energy. I love the energy. And we've had a lot of comments, so definitely save the chat. Such an amazing foundation and mission.
Thank
We
you.
can tell your heart's behind it. Thank you for the work you do for others. And if you all have questions, please let us know in the chat. And yeah, I think Orly, when I first met her, we were on a cruise ship. We were at the same event, and she
Yeah.
got up on stage and she said, I have a program where I will guarantee that you will make 6 figures in paid speaking gigs and in 1 year or something like that. And I
In
was
1 year,
like,
and or I work with you until you do. Yeah.
you're going to guarantee that? And she's like, yes, I will guarantee that. I've never heard anybody put a guarantee on something like that before. And so we met. I was like, we got to talk. We got to figure this out. And then we have been friends ever since. Really glad that you came to share today at Voices of Women.
Thank you.
You do, I believe you have a gift for our audience as well. Is that
Yes, I
correct?
have an amazing gift. Amazing gift. It's basically the expert's guide to speaking for free, but how to monetize each and every one. So, for those of you who don't want to travel, who don't know where to start, this is a great way to start in your own own backyard. There are 50 ways that you can speak in your own backyard and still get paid and still make money. And you don't need to sell anything. You don't need to sell from the front of the room or anything like that. But it is a great way to get started today.
Oh, I love it. All right. So
Right?
for those of you who are ready to monetize your voice, some of you are like, well, I just even came here to figure out what this was all about. But if you're ready to step up, and I know a lot of the people in our community are wanting to do that, please grab that free gift. When you get it, please put I got it in the chat box so that we know that the link worked for you and that you are able
Yes.
to access that gift. While they are doing that, Orly, tell us about your VIP gift for our VIPs, which is spectacular.
Is that the 30 minutes with me to talk
Oh,
about anything?
you said an hour.
I guess
Is
I
it
said it.
like
Yes. I guess
I
it
don't
is.
ever
That's what
offer
it
that.
is. Well, for this, for you, Kimberly, for this event specifically, I don't want you guys to think that there's going to be a catch, a pitch, or anything like that. It's really 30 minutes. Let's talk about where your path is. I used to be a business coach for CEOs and CFOs of Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies. So if you want to pick my brain on anything, there is no pitch, there is no sell. You can ask me anything. For you, you have me for 30 minutes just for yourselves.
You told us an hour because that's what we published. So
And then, an hour then, an hour. Oh, even better. 1 hour. Oh my God. I'm so happy. Okay. You get an hour. I mean, no, I never go back on my word, guys. It's an hour.
I
It
know
is an
you
hour.
don't.
I
I
know.
know you don't. There's
I'm
already
like, I don't
been
know what we
something like
put. I didn't even know what we put. So I'm like, okay, I'll give an hour. For Kimberly, I would give anything. So it doesn't really matter. You know,
Oh,
and
you
for
give
Kimberly, I
her.
would do anything. She knows it. She knows I love her.
It's totally true. So I appreciate you for carving time out of your day to be here with this amazing group. 74 of you on right now. If it's on your heart to contribute to the You Are My Light Foundation, we'll put that link in one more time so that you can take a look
Thank
at it.
you.
And if it's in your capacity to be able to support this incredible opportunity, we would love for you to be able to do that. It is our charity of choice for the Voices of Women 2026. Last year we did the American Cancer Society, and we had a whole bunch of Canadians say, can we contribute to the American Canadian Society or the Canadian Cancer Society? I was like, sure, I guess.
Yeah. It's all
So
good.
this one
You know?
helps everybody everywhere. We would love for you to be able to contribute to it. All right, our next speaker up
Thank you.
on this track is Tiffany Kellogg. She's going to be talking about child-free and thriving women entrepreneurs living child-free on purpose, like by choice, building business on your own terms. So if you are interested in that, come join us on this track. We have a whole bunch of other people that you can listen to as well. So I don't know which you will choose, but I'm glad I'm a VIP because I get them all. But before we let you
Right.
go, Orly, any final words for our crew?
I just want you to know that you can all do this. And the only thing that's stopping you is you. And here is my tagline: if you have a message, somebody's willing to pay for it. Don't forget that. You can save
Nicely
somebody's
said.
life. You can save somebody's life.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right, Orly, thanks so much. We've enjoyed having all of you here. Disperse. Tell me which one's your favorite. And we will see you all back at the bottom of the hour. I'm Kimberly Crow. Cheers. Oh, we had outro music, but we're not sure it's playing now. All right, guys, thanks. We'll see you at the back and in